Hello, Forguster here again, and we are back for episode 70 of the Railcraft server Let's Play. And as you can see, I've been changing the stuff here a little bit. I put in a fiberglass cable that I made to power the computer. I also put some power into this using my charging patron crystal. So we haven't actually generated any power yet. I have made a bunch of distilled water, most of which is in here, and I ran the system for a little bit and actually started recording, but then I had to stop, and I restarted now. We're going to set this to output superheated steam. I put another fluid ejector in here that I didn't have before. I had to move this tank up here. I tried pulling water out of this steam turbine using the pipes, but it wouldn't let me, or didn't let the pipes pull the fluid out. So it's going to have to eject on its own up into the tank. And then the tank has a lever on top that the pipe uses to, or powers the pipe to extract back into the boiler. Not entirely sure what to do with this. What I might do, I think, actually, I'm not entirely sure. We're going to have to go check something. But other than that, things are just about ready to go. I discovered, however, that some components had been destroyed in the reactor. I also put a fluid ejector upgrade into the output fluid port on the reactor, which I had forgotten, which means that when I last ran it, I think I ran it for a bit in the last episode, it built up hot coolant in the reactor tank, and then I kept it running for too long, so some components overheated and were destroyed. Okay, so I do have some tanks here, and they can have ejector upgrades. What I'll probably do is I'll have one of these by the whatchamacallit, the above the condenser, and then if I have, don't have any more fluid injector upgrades, do I? Probably don't have any there or here. Shoot. Really need more of those. Can we make one quick? Fluid ejector upgrade is 10 plates and a motor. I can do that, probably. We need a couple of iron ingots for the motor, and then I don't have any copper wire. Yeah, you can go back in there. We'll get some copper in here. Get some uninsulated wire. I'll put this back. We'll get some tin and get a few tin plates, 4 to be specific. And then we're going to make a coil, and then I think I actually need some item casings for the motor as well. Yeah. So a couple of those. Easy enough. Fortunately. What am I missing? Oh, we need 2 coils. Right. Shoot. So we don't need the tin anymore. We do need some more copper. Get 8 of those. And then we can make another coil. And then we just need another iron ingot to bind it all together into a motor, like so, and then we'll have our ejector upgrade. Right. Now, I need to grab some food while I'm here. And off we go, back to the construction site, I suppose it is. Could have that come all the way in here, really. It'd save me a tiny amount of time. But oh well. Okay. Ah, shoot. I actually need 2 of those upgrades. Ah, well. Need 1 for the condenser to eject up, and then 1 for the tank to eject into this tank. Well, poo. Let's boot that up. Should really set this up to auto start the reactor client on boot. So there is a bunch of stuff missing here. We have a couple of slots here that probably contained vents, I would guess. Leaking damage. Oh, there's no coolant. Shoot. Why is there no coolant? Oh, it's because no. Why is there no coolant? This is not increasing, so it's not making its way back to the reactor. Are these not extracting? What about now? That should definitely connect. Is the reactor not accepting coolant? That's odd. This should definitely be connected. I swear that worked before. Can you not extract from the side of these? If so, that is really annoying. Because in that case, what I might have to do is have the input to these be on the side so that those can be connected to the bottom. I'm going to have to pull this pipe down a bit to avoid accidental connections. So let's do that. This is trickier than I thought it would be. Okay, so let's hook that up like that. And then we can remove those and have them connect there again. Then we get a connection here that we don't want. So that is going to have to come up through there. And then I can't place anything like that because I can't reach. Can't quite reach. So we want to connect it like that instead. And then we have these two connected like that again. And then we can have a lever there. And there we go. Okay. So on these tanks... that's weird though. This extracts from the side fine, right? Huh. Odd. Okay, so it extracted the coolant, but where did it... oh, it turned it into hot coolant immediately. Probably want to have that sent over here to be processed immediately. We need to cool the reactor down, basically. And I'm gonna have to replace those components that were destroyed, whatever they were. Fortunately, it was only 2 of them that were actually completely destroyed. So this should start producing some power soon. Isn't it supposed to shut the reactor down? I think components are starting to recover, at least a little bit. Still not producing any power. This will probably start going suddenly, though. Probably with a bang. Yeah. Feel like it should be doing something. Oh, there we go. Righty. Okay. That's going to fill up pretty quickly, I feel. Kinda need to do something about that. And these are different colors because they are rotated opposite, basically. This one would be blue on this side, and this one would be red on this side, if we could see those. Whoops. This became a bigger mess than I would have liked. I guess really I could use more of these, but that would also require more whatchamacallits, fluid ejector upgrades, which I guess is fine. I just need some. Just need to put in the effort and time to make them, and I probably won't do that on camera though. Might make a bunch of these and a bunch of the upgrades off camera and just pretty this up a little bit. If I put a stack here of 4 and then have that pull, and that maybe one there as well instead of this tank, and then I can have that pull the distilled water all the way down here. That would make things a little nicer. Still wish that this would have an ejector upgrade slot that let you choose which direction it was going to push the steam, and not just have it eject into any tank. That would be so nice. As if I put a tank here and it becomes empty for some reason, it would risk filling it up with steam. Although if we keep a certain amount of water in, that shouldn't happen. Oh yeah, that is filling up now because it can't pull out from the side. God damn it. Right. So still have a bunch of adjustments we need to make to this thing. I'm missing about 6 million EUs, which I haven't produced yet. I have 1.2 million in there. Well, that's annoying. That's super annoying. Although using these instead would solve that, of course. We are going to run out of water, though. Okay, so we can stop that for now. What do these tanks cost? Again, I think they're just a bunch of, yeah, just some iron and tin and glass, basically. They're not too expensive. the more annoying bit is the requirement for the upgrades. But yeah. So let's go make some stuff, I guess. We're going to make a bunch of compressed or dense plates because it gives you more of the upgrades from a single motor, which is nice. Makes it a bit less annoying, definitely. Oh. Ow. Stop that. Stupid skeleton. Okay. Let's pop. I'm going to pop the tablet in there for charging. Right. So we need a bunch of iron plates. We do. For the machine casings. So you make those first. We need a whole bunch of we need 5 tanks. And we need 8 plates. So we need 30, 40, I think. So let's have a bunch of these. And looks like we need more iron, so let it flow. Come on. Almost there. You can stop. And there. Now, how many casings does this give me? 5. Perfect. And then I just need a bunch of these. Bam. Consumes a bunch of my cells, but I can make more of those later. Now, we need to get rid of this and replace it with tin. A whole bunch of tin. Don't know how much, but a whole bunch of. And then we are going to need plates. And we need 9 of them to make a dense plate. And then we need 4 of those. For a batch of ejector upgrades. And I think we may need some more tin, so let's get another one. Might have been good actually, but whatever. Then after this, we're going to throw these into the compressor, of course. There. Put these in the compressor down here. And then while that is working, we're going to get rid of the tin here. And we need more iron now. Actually, we also need some more copper to get more copper wire. So again, we're going to need 16 of these. We just need two copper coils. There we go. And now we're going to make a few iron ingots. 3 to be precise. There. And then we're going to get coils. Actually, we also need to item casings, 10 item casings. Just going to make a tin ingot. Then we can run that through the metal former twice. It's a little less fiddly. And then motor, pulling upgrades, not what I want. I want this. Fluid ejector upgrades. There we go. And now back to the reactor room once again. We're getting very close to getting this up and running. I'm going to have to go into the test world and see what the components were that were destroyed and then make new ones. But I'm going to do that off camera. I think I may have said that already. But I don't remember what they were off the top of my head. Okay. Whoops. Certainly didn't mean to destroy that block. Right. So this I'm going to have to remove the fluid using these. So I have no other way of getting it out of there because I don't have any pulling upgrades. So we'll put that there, and then have that eject to this side. And then this, and this are going to eject to the bottom side, but this last one is going to eject to the north. Okay. So now if I put that into there, that's going to end up down here. empty that as well. And now this is going to be full. Again, which is great because if that starts running out of water, that's pretty bad. Okay. Now, I'm going to have these pipes come up here again, and they are going to connect to this, but this should never be empty. It should always have distilled water in it, so that should not be an issue. Although what I could do to really ensure that there won't be any cross flow is to put another couple of tanks on the sides here, and then have them have fluid ejector upgrades eject into the heat exchangers, and then just have the pipes connect to the bottom of those. That would work, I guess. I might do that. I have to make a couple more tanks for that, of course, which is not difficult, so I will probably do that. But this already looks a little nicer, I think. Okay. So now, right, that also needs a fluid ejector upgrade. No, east side. Dang it. There we go. So now that is ejecting, and yeah, flowed down there before I had a chance to look. Okay, so we've reached the end of the episode, unfortunately, once again. So I'm going to do some stuff off camera, probably fix this up a little, fix up the floor, for example, and do those things with the additional tanks. And then maybe this time in the next episode we'll actually be able to get this thing running and stay on for once. And I forgot the tablet in the base in the charger, but oh well. I might also make a few transformers and a bunch of high voltage cable, so we can start having power drawn throughout the base in preparation for other stuff. But that's going to be it for this episode, and I will see you in the next one.